Family Channel. So I am going to be asking my mom questions that my friends would not ask their mom. So I messaged a couple of my friends and told them to give me some questions. So we have 11 questions. My mom does not know what the questions are. So we are going to go ahead and get started. Let's see how this shall go. Okay, so the first question. Are you a freaky person?
Really? That's something your friends want to ask their mom? Freaky as in sexual?
Yeah, sure.
In my younger days, yeah. Getting old.
They say that now. They say that whenever they get old, they're not freaky anymore. Huh? Yeah, I highly doubt it. Okay, second question. What was your first time having sex like?
Scary.
Oh, God.
Not what I expected it to be. Quick. Not what I expected it to be. Was it a disappointment? No, I'm not gonna say it was a disappointment, but not what I had in my head that it would be like.
Did it hurt?
Ooh, and I agreed to do this. No. I mean, it was uncomfortable, but it wasn't like painful.
Well then. Okay. The third question. Did you ever do drugs?
Nothing other than marijuana. I mean, I smoked a little bit of weed, but I never did anything other than that.
What was it like?
It made me paranoid. I didn't like the way it made me feel. Everybody else was having a good time around me, and I was feeling like everybody was laughing and having a good time talking and laughing at me. So I never liked the way that made me feel, so I never really did it that often.
The fourth question. Were you a party person as a teen?
No. I mean, I drank every now and then with friends and stuff, and I mean, I had friends that I hung out with, and we, did things, but I never really got in trouble. I mean, for partying or anything. So I mean,
see, I'm just like my mom. I'm 17 years old, almost 18 years old. I'll be 18 years old in February, and I am not a party person. All these teens out here doing drugs and bad stuff. I'm not like that. I'm a good girl.
No, I mean, I could have, but when I was younger, I mean, I had freedom. My parents let me, hang out with friends and stuff, but I just never was a person that really wanted to try heavy drugs or anything. I mean, and the one time that I did get extremely drunk, I was so sick that I never wanted to do it again. So I've never been much of a drinker, and like I said, the most I've done was marijuana, and I didn't like the way it made me feel, so I didn't really do that. So yeah, I'm lucky to have a 17-year-old that...
My mom has definitely raised her two children right, because my brother just turned 22 years old, and he is a really good boy.
Yeah, I think I did good. Me and Ray both did good because he's been in y'all's life since y'all were small, so
yes,
he had a definite impact.
All right, the fifth question. Did you ever skip or cut school?
Yeah. Right after I got my license, I cut school. Me and my cousin Pam.
I didn't do that. I'm homeschooled now, so I mean, I have my days where, I don't do school every day, but, I still do school.
I didn't
like
do
I'm
it that
supposed
often,
to.
so maybe 3 times.
Okay, the sixth question. What caused you to get in the most trouble?
Dating outside of my race. my parents were not thrilled that I was dating outside of my race. They, I was from a small town
McBee, South
in
Carolina.
South Carolina. It just wasn't the thing to do. People joke to this day that I was the one that started it in McBee, that I was the pioneer. But that was probably, I think that was the most trouble that I caused my parents, was the stress of them worrying about me dating outside of my race, and the good old boys, the KKK, because back in the 70s and 80s it was more prevalent than it probably is now. Probably more known, and it was more acceptable back when I was growing up. So I was probably gave them the most trouble in that aspect, because they worried about me, running across the wrong person and something happening to me because I was with someone black. So that was probably the most trouble I gave my parents.
Wow. All right, the 7th question. How old were you when you started dating?
15.
Really? I had my first boyfriend. How old was I?
12.
12.
But you didn't date. So, I mean, I had plenty of boyfriends before then, but I didn't actually go on an actual date where my parents allowed me to actually get in a car and go out on a date with a boy until I was 15. And I dated...
15 years old?
Yeah.
But now, if I get a boyfriend...
You can date.
If I get a boyfriend, I won't be able to do that.
You're almost 18.
Okay, the 8th question. When can I have a baby? What? Oh, what?
Oh, baby.
Oh my God, I'm going to have to cut that out.
No. When can you have a baby? When you're married.
Oh my, that was not the question. That is not the question it said.
Oh.
It says, when can I have a boy come hang at our house?
I think that
I
depends.
don't know why I said baby.
I think that depends on the individual person's parents. I mean, I would have been okay with it at 14, 15 here at the house where I could see you, like in my living room kind of thing. But I mean, it depends on the parents, whatever the parents are comfortable with. But definitely a controlled environment until you're 16, 17.
Oh,
So
Mom.
are you behind times, babe?
All right. The 9th question. Would you be mad if I told you I am no longer a virgin? I'm about to be 18 years old, Mom. Think about it.
So was this your question or one of your friends' questions then? Would I be mad? No. Would I be upset? No. Would I be a little disappointed? Yeah, because I would hope that it would be with someone that meant something to you, someone that was special, and that you felt like it was somebody that you'd have a future with.
They are.
But I mean, if you came to me at 14, 15 and said you weren't, then I'm not going to say I'd be upset, but we'd definitely be talking.
The 10th question. What would you say if I told you I was gay?
Nothing. I'd love you regardless. Everybody has to live their life. I mean, I would probably be just like my parents were, worried about me when I dated outside of my race. I would probably worry about, how others would react to you, the things you would have to deal with. But I think that as a parent, we should love our children regardless of their choices. Should we be happy or support some of their choices, not necessarily, but we should love you regardless.
Yes. All right, the last and final question.
Phew, I've almost made it to the end.
What was it like the first time you were drunk? I want to hear this, Mom.
God, I don't even know if I remember the first time that I was drunk, what it was like. I cannot recall the first time I ever got drunk. I can recall getting drunk to the point that I was sick. But I mean, when I have drank, I mean, you just feel relaxed, hot, because I get very hot when I drink alcohol. But, you know, I don't really consume it, so, but first time I got drunk, I cannot really recall.
Well, that is all the questions that I have to ask my mom that my friends had gave me to ask my mom that they wouldn't ask their mom.
That wasn't too bad. I was expecting much worse.
But thank you for watching.
Thanks, guys.
Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And hit that like button.
Yeah, and hit the bell button so you get notifications. So
Every
you know
time we
when
post a video. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Bye.